I'm Jake Emery. I'm project manager at Conrad Schmidt and part of the 4th generation at Conrad Schmidt Studios.
My name is David Kaiser. I'm on the board of the foundation. I chair the building committee and I lead an advisory council to take care of this beautiful place.
The goal of this project is to ensure that the glass lasts for another 100 or so years. We want to make sure that these stained glass windows are enjoyed for the next generation and that they're protected and preserved. These windows were originated in Innsbruck, Austria from Hans Zettler. We estimate that they were installed around 1902, 1915, and they've been here for ever since then. So we've been preserving them. I believe we restored them in 1990, and now we are back again to look at the frames.
One of the greatest challenges is that it's such intricate millwork. They're not just window frames that we can buy or order. They literally were hand built and installed, and every bit of them is a fine piece of millwork that's been painted. And to make these repairs look really, really good, you've got to do it the right way and take a lot of time.
Yeah, it needs to be all done by hand. There's no easy robot or machine that can go up there and fix this. It all needs to be done by craftsmen who are trained and know how to treat this frame.
This year we're going to be trying to repair and restore the transept windows in the main sanctuary. There's a large west window and a large east window. These are the most prominent windows that are cased by some very, very, very elaborate millwork that's painted.
Yes, and like you said, I mean, this weather in Wisconsin, water will sit up there on these Gothic frames and they'll just sit there and rot the wood. So it's important that these frames are also maintained to make sure the windows stay around for a while.
Yeah, and you can see right around all the edges where you could potentially have water there. So it's really important that we attack this from a perspective of getting down to the wood, sanding it down, repriming it, and numerous coats, actually probably 2 or 3 different coats of like a very special acrylic paint. So the photos in here are pictures of areas that had very large decay. We put some filler pieces of wood in temporarily, and we used a temporary filler of sorts.
Yes.
You'd say, right?
Wood resin, Abertron.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. And those are in areas that are very, very, very critical to the stability of these frames. So we need to pull those pieces out, repair them, make Dutchman repairs. Maybe you can explain that best.
Yes, it's more about making sure that the wood is solid enough to hold the weight. So what we try to do is make sure that there's no gaps in the wood that would give way to any weight, so that the glass and the protective layer of glass can hold. So these windows are so special because they just don't paint figures like this anymore. When these windows were made, the artists would just paint. That's all they did was paint. They did not go they just painted figures. So these windows are one of a kind. I mean, the detail, the shadows, the composition, it all comes together in this beautiful piece of work. So
even their garments have texture.
Yes, the drapery, it's excellent, and they just don't paint this way anymore. And it's important to preserve and protect them.